There's no timeline for displaced residents to return to their homes. This as a fire continues to burn at 2 East York apartment buildings. CP24 Steve Ryan joins us live from Thorncliffe Park with the latest. Steve.
Yeah, Bakari, we heard from Toronto Fire just a short time ago. That fire is still active. Unfortunately, the fire chief described what's gone on, and he described it to a cigar burning from bottom to top without any smoke and or flame, rather. And what he's talking about here is the concrete wall that separates these two buildings here on Thorncliffe Park Drive. Particle board, some sort of particle board is between the expansion joints, and it's in between the concrete. They cannot get at it. The chief said that he was up on the roof with some of the fire officials earlier on, and they determined that the fire is still going. So there is no timeline as to when they can get to the fire. He did say that they will actively be working on it. They've got engineers, both fire and building engineers, looking at this, trying to come up with another strategy as well as how they can deal with this ongoing fire, but he said they just can't access it. He said he's never seen anything like that in 30 years, and he's somewhat perplexed at how this has started and what the end result is going to be. So they are continuing to be here on scene, and people will still be displaced. For how long, we don't know that either. But the news is that the fire is still active. It's in between the expansion joints. Again, it's some sort of particle board that is still burning. And from the chief's vantage point up on the roof, he could tell that the fire was still active. So they're still working on this, and people are going to be displaced again until such time that they can satisfy themselves that the fire is now out completely. But that's not the case as of right now. Now, here's a reaction from earlier on. Let's have a listen.
In my 30 years, no, and I've obviously been meeting with our senior operations commanders that have been with Toronto Fire Service near 40 years. They have never seen something as complex as this. And again, the challenge is this is the combustible material. We can't access it. You're dealing with two buildings, and this was put in between an expansion joint. So we are coming up with additional strategies and plans. Again, we were up on the roof this morning, and there was visible smoke still coming out. And you're talking after 4 days of our staff continuously fighting this fire.
The emergency supports that we have been giving these residents, we have extended them till Thursday. We look at this on a daily basis, working very closely with Toronto Fire Services and our partners to continue to assess the situation and the needs. What this includes is the hotel, food, basic hygiene supplies, and some transportation expenses provided by the Canadian Red Cross as per our agreement with Canadian Red Cross. Again, we continue to look at this on a case-by-case basis.
So that's the very latest right now. Fire is still active. Again, it's in between the cement walls. That's in between a expansion joint, and it is some sort of particle board that continues to burn. So fire will be on scene here until such time that they can deem this area safe and they're satisfied that the fire is out, but that's not the case as of right now. Send it back to you.
Okay, live from East York, CP24, Steve Ryan.